Of Chicago Bulls Central, and it's game day. The Chicago Bulls are facing off against the Miami Heat in Miami, going down today. We're going to talk about it, have some fun, joke around. You guys know how we do it, only the way that Chicago Bulls Central can do it. Right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
All right, Bulls fans, welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central. Glad to have you guys in the building today for another pregame show. This is the third game of the week. We still got a game on Saturday, another game against the Miami Heat, so this is the first of two, and we'll see how the Bulls can fare in this one. The last two games have not gone their way for multiple different reasons. This one was a little bit different in the sense that, this is a team that the Bulls should match up much better against, right? Than who they've matched up against in the Denver Nuggets, in the Milwaukee Bucks, and hopefully the Bulls can get back on track, playing with a little bit more heart. I don't know if I don't think we've heard anything about Alex Caruso yet. Playing in this game. And by the way, for those that don't know, this is the first time we will be live streaming. Also the Instagram. So if you guys are on Instagram watching us, welcome. Thank you for joining this episode. Is Restream, which is what I use to stream, just added Instagram as a streaming destination. I got to get followers up on TikTok so we can start live streaming on TikTok as well. If you guys are on TikTok, go and follow Bull Central Pod on TikTok so we can continue to grow the following there as well, so we can get this show out on all platforms. But with that said, the Bulls face off against Miami Heat today. This is going to be an important game for the Bulls. I don't want to, overlook it. It really comes down to what the things that we've talked about before with this team. It isn't necessarily just about how you perform or winning or losing. It's about the heart that you play with, right? That's what we want to see this Bulls team come in and do, is play with that level of heart, determination, the grit, all that stuff. What is he doing? I see, this is the bad thing about co-streaming. It sounds weird on Instagram Live, so I may have to cut the Instagram Live. Does it sound solid on YouTube? Guys on the YouTube side, let me know if it sounds solid to you guys. So something's wrong with the sound? Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the Instagram Live. Hold on. We'll have to figure that out later. I was excited about getting on YouTube Live, but it doesn't seem like it's working quite right. Let me know if that's sounding right for you guys now. Sounds good on YouTube? All right. It's just, hey, listen, I'm glad that they got YouTube Live out there, but we'll figure it out. Hey, listen, I mean the Instagram Live, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, the Bulls got to come in here and play with heart. Right, they got to come in here and play with that determination that we're used for them playing it with. And we just got to execute, right? The Bulls got to come in and do that. We need somebody to step up. The game against the Milwaukee Bucks, it was Kobe and DeMar. The game against the Denver Nuggets, it was Kobe and Vooch. We need that third person to step up and help the team. Or if you're going to do it by committee, we need everybody to be locked in. The problem with the last two games specifically is that you had times where, like I said, the Vooch and Kobe were going, but nobody else really had it going at all. I'm not even going to put that on and say all needs to be P. Will or anything like that, but they have to lock it in, and the Bulls just got to figure it out, man. I know that the Bulls have the capability of doing it. It's just, will they do it? That's the biggest thing, is will they do it? We know that they can. This Chicago Bulls team can do a lot, right? They have the capability of doing stuff, but will they? That's the bigger question in a case like this. And so let's hope that the Bulls are going to get it together, be able to perform the way that they need to. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But I ultimately want to see a good played game for my team, see Kobe White continue it, right? Like, Kobe White has been on fire. And one of the things that have been important over this run for the Bulls is to realize that Kobe White is next up. Yeah, it just is. And at this point, we can actually see not even next up, he's up. Zach is gone. Zach is probably never going to play another game for the Chicago Bulls, right? DeMar may be on his way out if he doesn't reach an extension with the Bulls as well. It's Kobe's time now. That's what it is. It's Kobe's time. And one thing, you guys know, I'm not a big Billy Donovan guy, but one thing Billy Donovan does know is how to use high volume point guards. And so if Kobe is turning into that, right? Billy Donovan is the guy, I think, that is going to be able to get the most as far as developing Kobe as this main ball handler, number one threat, things like that. And I'm not even I hate Billy Donovan. I want Billy Donovan gone tomorrow. But I do think that if Kobe continues this trajectory and he keeps performing in this manner, that he will be a guy who you can look at and say, hey, Billy Donovan probably is going to be able to get a lot out of Kobe. Now, I don't know how many games you're going to win in that, right? But I do think that is, and that's something that I don't think we've talked a lot about, right? We've talked about how Billy Donovan is a guy who relies on the superstars, how Billy Donovan is a guy for his system to work best. You need a point guard that buys into his system and that and can go. And Kobe's rounding out to that. And if that's the case, maybe that's why the front office is this high on Billy Donovan. Because listen, I'm not. But Billy Donovan has done it with point guards before. Look at Shea. He had Shea at the start of that. Look at Russ. Once Russ became what he became after KD left, Billy Donovan was there and allowed him to be that, gave him the keys. When people thought when people thought Chris Paul's career may start going on the downslide, under Billy Donovan, he looked really solid. So, I don't have much faith on Billy Donovan coaching the Bulls to a playoff victory or anything like that. But I do think Billy Donovan, as long as he's here and Kobe White keeps playing at the level that he's playing, I do think Billy Donovan's going to be able to give him that a little bit. So, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's just kind of my thought process on that one. And we'll see if it comes to fruition. But let's see how you guys are feeling about it. Let's see. Hopefully Jimmy gets ejected in the first quarter. Y'all starting already. Why are we starting already? I love you guys, but y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Trade LaVine for Klay Thompson. Listen, that's not going to happen, my brother. Like, first of all, why do people say that? Klay Thompson is terrible. People judge Zach LaVine, and at this point, Zach LaVine is a much better player than Klay Thompson on both sides of the ball. I know the reputation Klay has, but we got to update our reputations at some point. You got to realize Klay Thompson is not to say he's okay at basketball, but he's not the Klay Thompson of old. He's averaging 15.4 points a game on 39% shooting from the field. That's just not efficient at all. He's taking about the same, about 5 less shots than what he took last season. But he's shooting the ball at a 4% worse clip. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? Zach LaVine for Klay Thompson? Zach LaVine, you shouldn't want to trade your ex-baby mama, cousin, sister, auntie for Klay Thompson right now. It's not worth it. You still losing on that. Come on, get it together, my brother. Get it together, man. We need you to be better than that. We need you to be better than that. Caruso is back. Well, good. I'm glad to see that. How are you doing, Haize? No Babadook troubles? No, we ain't worried about that, fool. Bulls got to do what's best for the team, not what's best for Zach. He's been here the longest, but he hasn't accomplished anything significant for the Bulls to give him a trade to preferred team. Oh, listen, I've said that since the get-go. I don't give a damn what Zach LaVine's preferred trade list is. Take that list, ball it up, real nice, ball it up, get it real tight, and shove it up your ass, Zach. We don't give a damn. Now, if the preferred team also has the best deal, cool. But I'm not going into any trade negotiation like, hey, Zach, what would you? It's cool. You cool with that? You cool? Fuck you. That's what I would say in a case like that. And that's not even that I like Zach LaVine. And I hope that wherever Zach goes next, he finds the success that he's so desperately looking for. But I tell you what, the first and foremost thing that this franchise has to do is take care of the present and future of this franchise. So we're not worried about where Zach wants to go. I don't care about Zach LaVine's preferred destination. He can take that preferred destination and shove it up his ass. I don't care about nothing else. Tyler Hero and Bam is out, so Nikola Vucevic attack, and there's no rim protection because although Kevin Love can shoot, he's not a pain defender. So he's ibuprofen, acetaminophen. That's the right word. I second guessed myself. That's what Kevin Love is. You're saying Kevin Love is Osmosis Jones. Is that what we're saying right now? I'm just worried, bro. I'm just worried, man. I'm just trying to figure out where you're trying to go with this. What's good, Haize? How's everything going, brother? Life is going good, bro. Like, all jokes aside, life is looking up right now, bro. Like, hey, the stock in Haize is up. That's all I can say in it. It's up. I got some things coming. I can't wait for you guys to see. I got a couple of projects that are coming at the top of next year that I cannot wait for you guys to be a part of, man. That's all I'm going to say. There's 2 specific projects that I'm working on. I can't wait for you guys to be a part of. That's all I can say on that. Super excited for you guys to be a part of what we're working on here, man. We got some shit coming. That's all I can say. We got some shit coming, man. And yeah, I just hope that everybody's prepared and ready for what's coming down the pipeline here at Chicago Bulls Central, because I tell you what, anybody who had any kind of guesses or hate or anything towards anything that we got going on here at Chi-Town Sports Central, you got something coming, motherfuckers, because I tell you what, we out here making stuff happen. And I'm so proud of the squad. Yeah, and I'll just leave it there, man. I can't wait for you guys to see what we're building here and what we got coming up, because we got some projects that I know you guys are really gonna love. Working with some good people in that too. So I could see us in Zach. You can see us in Zach LaVine. Shay, what's going on here, bro? What are you trying to say? You can see us in Zach LaVine. What are we doing, bro? You said you can see us in Zach LaVine? What is happening, Shay? What's going on with life right now, bro? Come on, bro. Why are you trying to see yourself in Zach LaVine? Like, why are you trying to do that, bro? What are we doing here right now? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? That's wild, bro. This man said he can see us in Zach LaVine. Yo, Haize, the Heat are missing 4 rotational players tonight, including Bam and Hero. We're getting this dub tonight. Hey, listen, one thing I've learned with the Chicago Bulls, never assume a dub. Never assume a dub, man. So there you go on that. This man said in Zach LaVine. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. P. Willie going off for a robust 12 points. Every time you try to predict P. Will going off on something, you be wrong, bro. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Shay want to be in Zach LaVine. Shay's intrusive thoughts are getting the best of him, bro. That's crazy. K-Sai says, Shay letting intrusive thoughts win. That's crazy, bro. You got to fight. Fight back. Stand up. Fight back, bro. Fight back. You were so wrong with Shay. I'm going to spell check and grammar all the time. Listen, I got to mess with Shay. Shay's my little brother. Shay's my little brother. Like, Shay knows not to take offense to anything I say. I meant to say I can see us and Zach LaVine agreeing on the trade to Utah because they have picks and they have a player that we could use. Utah Jazz does not want Zach LaVine. There's been not a single rumor. I don't know how you can see. There's been not a single anything, not a shred of interest from the Utah Jazz in Zach goddamn LaVine. What by the way, I got to know what you're talking about. What player from the Utah Jazz could we use? I just would like to know that. Keep in mind, the Utah Jazz are an 8-16 team. I don't think they're going to give up. The whole point of what they did was to want all those picks. I don't see them giving up any picks. I just don't see it. I don't personally see it. So maybe I'm wrong on that. This man said in Zach LaVine, bro. That's crazy. I will not give a damn if you go to the Pistons. If the Pistons have the best deal, oh well, but we can get this win tonight. I mean, we definitely can get the win today, but listen, listen, Shay want to be inside Zach LaVine. That's crazy. If the Bulls win by more than 10, I'll take my ex back. Don't listen. I hope that doesn't. Never go back. Never go back. Like, I don't know. Like, never go back. Never go back. Why would you dip your toe back into something you've already dipped in? First of all, Shay trying to be inside Zach LaVine. You trying to be inside your ex. I don't know which one's worse, bro. Shout out to Haize for having the funniest series podcast ever. Hey, listen, it just happens, bro. I swear I never come in here expecting to crack jokes like we do. I come in here trying to talk and give a pregame show and hope to God that it's going to work out. That's all I try to do. But somehow every single time something crazy happens and then I got to start roasting people. I don't know what it is, man. It ain't me. Don't blame me. Blame your dick sucking auntie. I don't know what to say. I'm just here to talk basketball, bro. That's all I know. Shay's the one who said he wants to be inside Zach LaVine. That's it. I didn't say that. What's good, Haize? Whatever your projects you have, you know you got support all the way from San Antonio. Much love. Appreciate you, VO Walker. Appreciate you, brother. By the way, y'all make sure y'all all go and subscribe to NBA Central as well. I'm back to posting content over there. I can't say it's gonna be daily just because I listen, life be lifing. But y'all make sure y'all go over to NBA Central, hit that subscribe button there as well. Humble Service says, I'm not a prophet, but I'm right sometimes. The writing was on the wall when Zach said last year on ESPN TV interview he would love to play with LeBron, and Clutch has made sure it will happen. I mean, listen, once he signed with Clutch Sports, there was starting to be a little fishiness, right? Then on top of that, we've always known the how much he's loved LA. So, it is what it is there, man. Whatever happens is the way I look at it. At this point, he's on his way out. Like like I said, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan first and foremost. Do I like Zach LaVine? Yeah. Oh yeah, I like Zach LaVine. I'm not a Zach LaVine hater at all. But first and foremost, it comes down to the Chicago Bulls. That's just is what it is there. And so I want the Bulls to get the best deal possible for Zach, and we'll let the rest fall where it is. Brian just says, Haize, what's going on, Brian? Glad to have you in the building. Do you hear that the Spurs may put Keldon Johnson on the market? What are your thoughts on him? I mean, I don't know. First of all, I believe those rumors. Let me just say that there first. Secondly, I like Keldon Johnson as like a raw skill set guy. Like, I mean, the guy's efficient. He gets rebounds. He can score a little bit. He's a little bit undersized for the position that he plays, but it is what it is there. But I like Keldon Johnson's skill set overall. I'm not saying that he's like this amazing player or anything like that. I don't think he's a franchise level changing player, but I like Keldon Johnson, and I think he's one of those players that can fit in on a lot of different rosters too. I don't think you have to have like a specific roster makeup or specific scheme or system to get the most out of them. And those type of players are always players that that teams want, right? It's teams that if you go out and get the guy, he's going to perform to a certain level. How that level comes may be determined by your coaching and other things, but he's going to be able to perform for you. And those are good type of players to have on your team. What is he averaging? Like 17 points per game right now on the season. But yeah, like I like Keldon Johnson. I like him, man. I went to a local Chicago-based restaurant today. They didn't have a Chicago handshake. They didn't have it, and it's my birthday tomorrow, and it's the Big 2-5. No card required. Does getting older get good? Oh, bro, I tell you what. Like say this all the time. My life got amazing once I hit 30. Like it was good up until then, but it was just something about after 30. Just everything kind of came. Not like everything was easy to get, but it's just like you're at that point. You should be sure of who you are, right? You know who you are. You should be sure of where you're headed, right? If you've made the right decision, that doesn't mean that you can't alter that in your 30s. Never make yourself feel like you gotta know exactly what you're doing for the rest of your life once you turn 30. But you should start being comfortable in where you are, though, right? Like, and it's just that it's freeing in that sense. So I understood and embraced it. I was just a lovable asshole at that point in time, and I've embraced that ever since. It just is what it is there. Ben 10 says, this is the day I remember calling for the Zach for Clay trade. I'm calling in, and that's my opinion. I mean, hey, okay, that's not gonna happen though. But hey, I mean, whatever you gotta do, whatever you gotta do. That's crazy. Zach for Clay. Who would want that? Hey, listen, I've been on NBA Central, and the growth there has been phenomenal. For those who have not been there, the crew is great point and content, unlike some content creators that actually watch basketball. Oh, yeah, we watch a lot of basketball. I mean, we took a break. Like, it kind of, I think everybody kind of got overwhelmed with things that were going on. We stopped being as consistent as what we were in the summer and as the season started. But listen, we're all back. It's funny enough, like I posted a video today, and then Bobby went to post a video, or he was about to record one. I was like, hey, I just did that topic. So like we're all back in go mode. And I think that's the thing. When us as a collective are all on go mode, there's not many people that can mess with us, man. Haize, what kind of contract do you think 34-year-old DeMar is looking for? Would it be a 2 or 3 year extension for 20 to 25 mil per would be fair? I think that would be fair. The biggest thing, I don't know if DeMar thinks that's fair, right? I think DeMar still sees himself as what he's been. And I think that we're starting to see that DeMar may be slowing down. And so DeMar may have to update that. But I think a 2 to 3 year deal at 2023 is probably where I'd stay at. I don't think that's too bad. Ben 10, I don't care what anyone says, but I made my prediction and let's see what happens. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So make sure you come back when that prediction doesn't happen. That's all I can say. Make sure you come back. That's it. I'm all fine with everybody making their predictions, but just as loud as people want to be about their predictions, make sure you're just equally as loud when you're wrong. That's it. Right? One thing that everybody can say here in fairness, if I say, hey, like with Kobe, I was like, Javon Carter should be the starter. And I didn't say Kobe was going to be terrible. I was like, Javon Carter should be the starter. Kobe can be the scorer off the bench. He can run that second unit. I completely wrong. Completely wrong. Kobe White has not only gone further than what I thought he could be, I think even some of the biggest Kobe fans, like this dude is playing at an all-star level consistently and looking like a number one option, not on necessarily a playoff or contending team, but on a team. And so, listen, you got to just be as loud when you're wrong as when you want to be right. We need dubs. Nobody playing like ball cheeks and nobody getting ejaculated. See, Red? Hey, that was fun. That was one of the funniest live streams I think we've ever had. If the 2010-11 Chicago Bulls were in the today Eastern Conference, do you believe they get out the East? Probably. I think that they would definitely be an ECF contender. They definitely would have a chance to come out the Eastern Conference. Whenever someone plays with LeBron, it always backfires. Look at Gabe Vince. Y'all typos today. Gabe Vincent, D'Angelo Russell, and that 2017 Cavs team. Playing with LeBron is a nightmare because everyone but him turns to the scapegoat. That's a point that not a lot of people were talking about as well, but I think it may be different here. So let's say Zach LaVine goes to the Lakers. He'll be there longer than LeBron. Right, I think we're all shout out what LeBron's doing is amazing. Let's be clear, what he's been able to do at that age, it's amazing. But I think you look at LaVine still having 4 years left on his deal. I think he's going to be there longer than LeBron. So I don't know if he'll turn into that same scapegoat like other players have had to be. That may be the different factor in that. I don't think Zach knows what he's getting himself into wanting to play with LeBron. And then to make things worse, those privileged ass Lakers fans will turn on you on a heartbeat. That's true as well. You're right. I don't think anyone expected this from Kobe. Like, this is amazing. Like what Kobe's doing and what he's putting up there. This is crazy. And it's great to see that Kobe White has turned into this type of player and that he said that he wanted to be more consistent and he recognized that and he's been doing it. That's the thing that makes this all special about Kobe White is that he said it and he's been doing it. And that's great to see from a player in Kobe. Like, it's great. And at this point, like, it's you can say with no hyperbole at all involved in it, is that Kobe White is the best player on the Chicago Bulls right now. That's it. He is the best player on the Chicago Bulls right now. Handedly. So, got to give it up to him. Got to give it up to Kobe. That Bulls team is making Embiid. Ooh, listen, because that was still where we had Taj, Amir Sheik was still playing extremely well. Joakim Noah. Listen, Joel Embiid would be like, "Hey man, can I join y'all? Can I walk with y'all? Y'all ever been in the mall when you were a kid and the young ladies walk up to you and be like, "Can I walk with you?" That's what Embiid would do if he saw that Chicago Bulls team in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's crazy. Speaking of LeBron, I didn't know if his body would hold up during the 82-game season, especially 21 seasons. He's bound to get injured by the time the regular season is over. I don't know, man. LeBron has been pretty healthy throughout most of his career. He's built like a tank, man. So we'll see. Zach thinks he wants to play with LeBron until the first time he makes a mistake in the clutch and he gets death threats like Danny Green did. Well, let's be clear. Zach LaVine is a much better player than that, right? He's not going to be J.R. Smith out there. At least I hope not. Like, we'll see. Kobe White's first step is unteachable. You can teach the move, but you can't teach the speed. Listen, and that's the thing. Kobe White came into that as one of the fastest players in that draft. And not just, some people are fast, but they're fast without the ball. Kobe White is fast with the ball in his hands. And that's what makes it amazing because his speed doesn't change. And it's just Hey, it's great to see, and he's starting to learn how to use that change of speed as well, right? That quick first step. And then people forget too. Pat said it on the last episode, and I do too. People forget Kobe White's 6'5". Yes, he has the shorter wingspan, right? But he's a tall point guard. And so like Kobe White can do some things out there, man. It's just great to see him putting it all together like he has been. Kevin Love and Duncan Robinson usually have good 3-point shooting games against the Bulls, so hopefully they play good defense on them. Hey, listen, if you cannot allow those guys to go off, you just can't. Am I going to wake up to trade changes tomorrow? It's almost like Christmas morning. I doubt it, Sydney. I don't think Zach LaVine is traded into that January 15th date rather than the December 15th date. Every Laker fans I've talked to said they didn't want Zach LaVine on the team, but they are all for DeMar. I was so confused. I mean, listen, I wish I could say that was kind of more confusing and shocking than what it is, but it really isn't. I love the Windy City Breeze to death, but I can't believe they compared Kobe White to D'Angelo Russell. Don't get me wrong, they're both good scorers. But at the end of the day, White is improving. I think also Kobe White is a much better defender at this point in time. I think Kobe White is a much better decision maker at this point in time than D'Angelo Russell. Don't get me wrong, D'Angelo Russell is a solid NBA player. But right now, Kobe White's ceiling is much higher than where D'Angelo Russell is right now. He's so fast with the ball in his hands. Come on, Shree. Like you may like balls. We're talking about basketball where there's only one. Zach and J.R. Smith do have similar basketball IQ at times. Could have a repeat of that play again. No, here's the thing. No, Zach LaVine has questionable basketball IQ, but he's not remedial J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith has negative basketball IQ. Zach LaVine has low basketball IQ. Those are two very different things. Very different things. Gotta love everything Kobe been doing this last month stint. He's leaving it all out on the floor every night. He wanted it, and he's fucking taking it. All right, shout out to Josh Giddey. I'm sorry. That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. That was really unnecessary. I didn't even have to make that joke. I apologize on that one. That was unnecessary. Meek Mill says, I was crying for Kobe to start all last season. Last season was a waste because we could have tested this. No, he wouldn't have been ready. And that's the thing. Everybody, like, even, and I'm not saying coming at you, Meek Mill, but like people who are like, oh, we should have never signed Lonzo. Kobe could have did this if he was starting. No, like Kobe had to go through what Kobe had to go through. And I do think that coming off the bench for the last 2 seasons prior, that's what helped Kobe White understand that how he can impact the game defensively because his scoring wasn't needed as much at that point. I think if Kobe White, I don't think would have been this same player this soon. I think that you have to go like Greg Popovich always describes developing players as adding layer blocks, layer to layer to layer, Lego blocks, not layer blocks, but adding it layer by layer. And I think that what Kobe White learned as far as watching the game, but also how he needed to play defensively, how he needed to get on the court, how when his shot wasn't falling, not to get down on himself. I don't necessarily think that comes as quick if he was in the starting lineup. So more likely for Kobe this season, most improved or making the All-Star team, probably most improved, more likely. The funny thing that people thought he was going somewhere else. Zach's agency is Clutch Sports. I knew. Let's not act like all Clutch Sports people go to LA, right? We got other Clutch Sports people on this team, right? So it's not as simple. People like to oversimplify that and be like, oh, it's Clutch. Of course they want to go to LA. That's not. They have Clutch Sports has players all over the league, right? So it's not. Let's not act like that. The Pacers are a terrible defensive team. They, like most NBA teams, don't play any defense except for faking getting in front of their man and trying to get a block shot. I don't think that that's all the way true. I get what you're saying that there may not be the type of lockdown defender team, but I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Cornelius, I understand that right now you are hanging off the teat of D'Angelo Russell. And you could say that he made history, scored over 9,000 points in his career, and he's not. Go and look at every measurable stat. D'Angelo Russell is not a good facilitator. His passer rating score is actually towards the bottom. Zach LaVine makes better passes more consistently than D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell just has better players around him right now. So no, bro, like you got to stop with this. Cornelius, like literally, bro, you said Zach Edey. is a player that the Bulls should draft. You got to stop, bro. You got to do a better job at understanding. I love you, Corn. I love you, dog. Leave all the voicemails you want to leave. I'm always going to play them because I love your takes, but you tripping on that one. You tripping on that one. Bulls going to get someone to help Kobe's three and to make separation on court, so try to find a person to do that. What? To help Kobe's three, they have a shooting. What are you talking about? Kobe White already seems to get how to take control and play smarter basketball during the crunch times, especially more than Zach LaVine has his tenure. Zach LaVine had his moments, but Kobe gets, I think, well, that goes to show that Kobe has been a point guard most of his career. Now, is he a true half-court type point guard? No, he's not that at all. But Kobe White has been a point guard his whole career, and I think that Kobe, while he's been a scorer his whole basketball life as well, I think he kind of understands better how the pace of the game goes, right? Kobe doesn't make the same mistakes that Zach. He makes some, but he doesn't make the same. Like, you're not going to see Kobe White dribble it off his foot in crunch time, right? You're just not going to see that. And so, that definitely plays a part in it as well. I don't want anyone from the Lakers, bro. Keep it a book. That's funny. I did think there are players on the Lakers that could absolutely help. I understand the Memphis Grizzlies have more talented and have a bright future than us, but damn, you got to admit that that's a damn shame how bad they are without Ja and Steven Adams. I tell you what, I did not expect the Memphis Grizzlies to be struggling the way that they are. Like, especially once they got Marcus Smart. I'm like, hey, that's going to be a nice stopgap for those 25 games until Ja comes back. I did not expect them to struggle like this, bro. Like 6-17 on the season is crazy right now. And you got Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. averaging over 20 points per game, and it's just not enough. I didn't expect it. I'm not even gonna lie, not even gonna front. I did not expect it. I thought that they would be killing it right now. Balls for life. Oh, see, Jesus Christ. Balls for life. Shit. That's crazy. D'Angelo Russell is shit. We don't fucking need his ass when we got Kobe White. That's funny. Shout out to Bulls for life. Balls for life. That's wild. That's wild. The next time Alex Caruso gets injured, I think we should try the experiment of Javon Carter and Kobe White because they sort of complement each other a lot better than what Io does to me. I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying. It's worth a look, right? So Kobe selling, that's what Kobe selling what? What are you talking about? Your heart can't take it. It seems like your fingers can't take it because you can't type a coherent sentence. What's happening there, my guy? Get your thought out. Slow down, type the whole thought out, proofread it, then press send. That's what we need you to do. It's so surprising no one offered Kobe. Well, Kobe, he never hit the open market. Remember, they announced his deal the day before the day of free agency open. Kobe White never took another deal. He got his offer from the Chicago Bulls and he kept it pushing. So he never even took a meeting with another team. So it's not surprising. Had he been doing that, I do think he would have got offers, but he never even hit that open market to get those offers. The Bulls locked his ass up. These aren't coherent sentences. Is Kobe putting and work, yes or no, like currently? What does this mean? Are you 5 years old? Put your mama's phone down. Like, put your mama's phone down. Please, put your mama's phone down. Give your mama back her phone. Ask her to type the message out for you. Sound it out. Use the tap method. Hell, talk into it with using your voice assistant, whether it's Siri or Google. You got to do something. What is this, bro? Is Kobe putting and work? Yes or no? Like currently? What the fuck does that mean? Like, somebody, I don't speak. I do not speak slow. I don't know what that means, bro. I don't speak it. I don't know if English, if you're ESL, hey, more power to you. I'm glad that you're trying, but try harder. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? Type it in your native language, and I'll use Google Translate to figure it out because this ain't working for you. What are we doing right now, bro? What are we doing? Is Kobe putting and work, yes or no, like currently? You got 4 different thoughts going on right now in your head at the same time, and not one of them are making sense. What are we doing? What are we doing here? That's wild, bro. Archangels almost like we set ourselves up for failure. Max extension, so we didn't lose him, but we couldn't make it work. We couldn't make it work with him to succeed. He played it well. No, I mean, listen, that's the business of basketball. There was no way they were going to let Zach LaVine walk for free. That would have been even more stupid. So, I mean, it is what it is when it comes down to it. To be real, I really want Jared Vanderbilt, but that's not happening. But people saying D'Lo trash is crazy. That I agree with. D'Lo's not trash, right? Let's not say that he's trash. I'm not saying he's trash at all. So that's not the thing. We're not saying he's trash. Let's go Heat. That's well, hey, it is what it is there. Bro says solve the riddle. That's crazy, bro. We're gonna start calling that motherfucker the Quizler, because what the hell is that? After sitting back and thinking, I actually look, bro. Shay, you don't think, bro. Like, let's be clear here. Shay, you ain't never had a thought in your life, bro. Never had a thought. What are we talking about? You've been thinking. You don't think. No, let me stop. That's my little brother. I'm making jokes to Shay. After sitting back and thinking and actually looking at things from a non-emotional standpoint, Kobe and P. Will have both had a couple of roadblocks in their careers, which can explain inconsistency. Well, I mean, listen, it kind of is what it is there, man. Like players have to, like, you have to work yourself to be inconsistent sometimes. Wiggins had to do it, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, he had to do it. So, bro was definitely on the short bus shoddy. Short, but y'all remember that? Who remembers Short Bus Shorty? You had to be on the internet in 2006 if you know what Short Bus Shorty is. That's crazy. I'm loving the spot minutes Phillips is getting and it may not mean anything now, but it reminds me how when Tibbs started playing Jimmy 5 minutes here and 3 minutes there, it gave him confidence. That's a point. That's a point. That's a good point. I don't know if I trust Billy Donovan to do that, but that's a good point. Can't deny it. I don't like how Io's playing right now. I'd rather play Julian Phillips or Terry Wood. Then they're not going to play as good as Io. Like they're just not. Like they aren't. I mean, I would like to see them play more minutes, but they're not at the place ready to replace Io at all. Haize, what do you think about the balls season? If far, what's happening, bro? What's going on with y'all keyboards today? I can't do it. I did not get in this job. Now listen, I'm gonna start reading comments, bro. What? I had to put on my glasses. Haize, what do you think about the ball season, if far, and Zach coming Bucks whenever you does? Nigga, what? Listen, bro. Listen. I didn't get that. Exactly. I didn't get it either, Siri. I don't know what the fuck he's saying either. What? My nigga, like, come on, bro. Like, what we doing here, man? What we doing here, OTR? Like, what we doing? You need some milk, bro. You need some milk. It helps brain development, I heard. If you can get some titty milk, even the better. Go find some milk, bro. You need some milk. You, Shay, the other dude, y'all need some milk. Get some milk, please. Go get some milk immediately. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? That's crazy. What are we talking about, bro? Like, y'all need some potassium. Did y'all take Flintstone vitamins as kids? You can tell y'all didn't because y'all stupid. I agree with Shay about Kobe and P. Will. They will be better, and I'm looking forward to their continued growth. I agree with you, humble servant. I definitely agree with you there. That's crazy, man. That's what is going on here, bro? What is going on here? For some reason, I'm very concerned about this game tonight. I have the feeling the team is going to backslide. I mean, listen, I can understand that concern. Let's hope that that's not the case for sure. But I can definitely understand that concern, right? Team playing with a lot of heart. Let's hope starters are out. Kobe White, Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic. That's your starting lineup today. I feel good about that starting lineup. What are we talking about, man? That's crazy. That's wild, man. I need to get some. Shree's right. Haize, you need to get Grammarly as a sponsor. I need to get y'all some free something, man. What are we doing? Bro, short but shorty throwback to when they used to disrespect Gucci Man with those cartoons. Well, that was before Gucci Man learned how to rap. And then he learned how to rap. That's crazy. Oh man, what are we doing here, family? I had to do it. Slow down and proofread and spell check. Crazy, man. Crazy. What's happening here, man? Haize, I don't get that the Billy Donovan hate. We had Jim Boylan. We've had worse. He's been coaching good since Zach has been out, and it seems like the team likes him a lot. Well, I mean, listen, here's the thing. Yes, he's been coaching better, and I give him his credit that he's been coaching better since Zach's been out, but it hasn't been good, and he still has had rotation issues. So just because we've had worse, like, listen, just because you've been in the pits of hell of Jim Boylan doesn't necessarily mean that when you go into a cow's asshole, you should be like, well, at least I'm not in hell anymore. You're in shit. You're in shit, and it stinks, right? But Billy Donovan has been coaching much better. He's definitely been coaching better. So how do you think this Ring of Honor is going to do, bro? It's going to go, bro. I don't see Scotty showing up knowing MJ is going to be there, talk shit, and get hit. Hey, listen, I hope they're both in there. For pure entertainment purposes, I hope that Scotty and Mike both show up. I hope they're having the ceremony. I don't know if all the players are showing up to the ceremony, though, but for entertainment purposes, definitely hope they do. I hope they do. Do you think Kobe's going to average his current numbers for the rest of the season? I doubt it would, because he's playing shooting over 50% both from 3-point range and from field goal range. Listen, if he does that, you got to give him most improved player. Like, it's not even can he get in the conversation. You got to give him most improved player. Just give it to him. Don't even worry about it. Auntie Goon in the building. What's going on, Auntie? Marcus Jordan is going to show up to support his daddy with Scotty ex-wife. Well, they did say, so I talked about on today's daily episode. So the ceremony is not open to the public. So you won't see anybody there but the player. So there you go on that one. Wait a second. I've been watching Billy for years, and Kevin Durant is on record and not wanting to play for Billy. Please stop, because he is the best of cat litter. Does not change. He is cat litter. Hey, listen, it's shitty. Stacey King said it in the Milwaukee game that the Chicago Bulls need that one player that's going to stick up for their teammates when Bobby fouled Kobe. Yeah, I mean, but we've been needing that for a while, right? Like, we should have signed James Johnson. That's what we should have did. See, this is better. This gives me something to work with, right? This gives me something to work with. Thank God for being better. But you need help, man. You need help, brother. John Collins reported on the trade block already from Utah. Remember when there were Bulls fans saying we should trade for him, and we was like, no, we don't trust him for no reason. Now it's showing. Listen, Collins is trash. Let me not say he's trash. That's an embellishment. But he's not good at basketball. Like, it is what it is. What's up, Haize? Hope your day was well, brother. When Kobe White's surge, I doubt Acme is remotely interested in D'Lo, and Zach quit on us, in my opinion. I don't see why we'd grant him a trade to LA. Didn't earn shit. Like I said, unless that they are offering the best deal also, you don't just trade him just because that's where he wants to go. I don't care where you want to go. I don't give a damn. I wanted you to take us to the second round of the playoffs. We didn't go there, so I'm not going to send you where you want to go. You didn't take me where I wanted to go. I ain't sending you where you wanted to go. I'm petty like that. I'm an asshole, though. I don't know if AK's an asshole at the level I am, but I'm an asshole. So, personally, I would look Zach LaVine in his face and be like, thank you for your request. Thank you for your you letting us know where you would want to go. Thank you. We will take that under consideration, but fuck you and your mama. Like that. That's literally it. And listen, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm still a Zach LaVine guy. I like Zach LaVine. I want to see Zach LaVine go somewhere and be able to come out of it and get what he needs. I really want to see that happen for Zach LaVine. But at the end of the day, my loyalties lie to the Chicago Bulls, and I need my team to get the best package back possible for it. All right, so Haitian Creole was what he typed it in, and he said this: is Kobe White doing well in the game now? My fault for my English. He's doing well. We haven't been playing right now, but he's been doing that. He's been the best Bull on the court. Been the best Bull on the court by far. Giannis punked Hallie and Pacers signed James Johnson. They said, "Hold on, we need we need going for that, a goon for that." I guess is what you mean. Wish Chicago had a guy that tough, man. Makes me miss Porters. Beverly was tough like a Chihuahua. That's fun. Chihuahuas are actually the most aggressive dog breed. So there you got on that one. But hey, it is what it is. But all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. We got 13 minutes into game time, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central. I'll be back at halftime. I appreciate you guys. See Red, go Bulls, all that good stuff. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. Love you guys.